Stories are one of the best ways to learn English. They help you understand how real conversations happen, how emotions are expressed, and how sentences flow naturally. As you listen and read, you'll improve your vocabulary and fluency without even realizing it. So sit back, enjoy, and let the story take you on a journey. Hi, my name is Sophia, and I want to share a story about a time when everything in my life changed. It's a story about love, choices, and discovering what truly matters. A life-changing encounter. It all started in my second year of university. People always told me I was beautiful, confident, and charming. I had a great group of friends, and guys often tried to impress me. But despite all the attention, I always felt like something was missing. No one really saw me, not the real me. Then, one afternoon, I met someone who changed everything. A boy unlike any other. I was in the university library, flipping through the pages of a classic novel. I loved reading stories about love and destiny, but I never imagined that my own life would turn into one. That's when I noticed him. He was sitting alone at a corner table, completely focused on his book. He wasn't like the other guys I knew. He didn't try to act cool or get attention. He had dark brown hair, a slightly messy look, and glasses that he kept adjusting every few minutes. There was something about him, something different, something real. For some reason, I couldn't stop watching him. He had this quiet confidence, this calmness that made me curious. He didn't even glance in my direction, and that was strange. I was used to people noticing me, but he didn't. Why? I found myself watching him every time I went to the library. I noticed the small things, how he always arrived at the same time, how he carefully placed his books in a straight line, how his fingers tapped lightly on the table when he was deep in thought. Who was he? The first conversation. One day, I finally decided to talk to him. He was reaching for a book on the top shelf, and without thinking, I stepped closer. That's a great book. It's one of my favorites, I said, hoping he would finally look at me. He turned to me, surprised. His eyes were deep brown, and for a second, I felt my heart beat faster. "Oh, you've read it?" he asked, his voice quiet but clear. I smiled. Of course, I love classic literature. For the first time, he really looked at me, not as someone popular, not as someone admired, but as a person who shared his passion. That was the moment everything changed, falling into something real. After that day, we kept talking. His name was Daniel, and he was unlike anyone I had ever met. We started spending time together in the library, discussing books, music, and our dreams. I felt comfortable with him in a way I never had with anyone else. There were no games, no pretenses, just real conversations. As the weeks passed, I started looking forward to seeing him more than anything else. I caught myself smiling at my phone when he sent me messages. I even started changing my routine just to match his, something I had never done for anyone. But not everyone was happy about this new friendship. The judgment of others. One afternoon, my best friend Emma pulled me aside. "Sophia, why are you spending so much time with Daniel?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. I frowned. "Because I like talking to him," she sighed. "But he's not like us. He doesn't go to parties. He doesn't dress like the other guys. You could have anyone. Why him?" Her words stung. Why did it matter what he looked like or what he did? But suddenly, I started doubting myself. Was she right? Was I making a mistake? That night, I ignored Daniel's messages. I told myself I needed time to think. But as the hours passed, I realized something. I missed him a lot. The moment of truth. A few days later, I sat alone by the lake near campus, watching the water ripple in the moonlight. I felt lost, confused, and frustrated. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. I was starting to think you were avoiding me, Daniel said softly. I turned to him, guilt washing over me. I don't know what to do, I admitted. People don't understand. They think I should be with someone else. Daniel didn't react angrily. He just looked at me with calm eyes. And what do you think? I hesitated. I think I've never felt this way before, but I'm scared. He nodded slowly, as if he understood. You don't have to choose between me and them, Sophia. But if you care more about what others think than what you feel, maybe you should walk away now. His words hit me hard. Did I really want to live my life based on what others expected? I looked at him, the boy who had shown me what it meant to feel truly seen. Then I made my decision. I reached for his hand and held it tightly. Number, I don't want to walk away. Daniel smiled. Then don't. Choosing love. From that moment on, I stopped caring about the whispers and judgmental looks. I chose Daniel, and in doing so, I chose myself, my true self, not the version that others wanted me to be. We continued spending time together, and our bond only grew stronger. Daniel challenged me, supported me, and made me feel understood in a way no one else ever had. One evening, as we walked through the city streets, he turned to me. You know, I used to think I wasn't enough for you, he admitted. I stopped in surprise. What? Why? He chuckled. Because you're everything. You're bright, beautiful, and full of life. I never thought someone like you would see someone like me. I squeezed his hand. That's where you're wrong, Daniel. You are everything to me. As the city lights shimmered around us, I realized something important. Love wasn't about fitting into a mold. It wasn't about doing what others expected. It was about finding the one person who made you feel truly seen, and I had found mine. Thank you for watching. Learning English through stories helps you improve vocabulary, grammar, and comprehension naturally. If you enjoyed this story, check out our other Level 1 and Level 2 graded readers for more heartwarming and exciting tales. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next story.